Minecraft Education Edition with Crew Tim. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do repeating command blocks and stairs explained in depth to turn this into this. Let's go ahead and jump in there and get started. Okay, here we are. This is my starting point. I put my lever right here. I have one impulse block down here that controls the time and starts everything. Then I have command blocks all throughout. Let's go ahead and take a look at the command blocks, see how many there are. 924 of them in total. So I ran them down the road here. You can see I've got them in sections of 4 with a space, and then I've got repeaters to keep that redstone dust going strong. And all of this stuff on this side here controls this and controls some around the front. This side right here controls all of this area, the walkway. As we come down this way, I have some that control over here on this side and this side. And I branched off a little bit because you need a lot of them. And to do this, to do the sign, go down here, and if we go over here by the other basketball court, I have blocks coming all the way down and around, and they all control this building right here because I put the lines horizontal instead of vertical. So I needed more of them. Let's go ahead, check out the rest of it. My lava chicken shack, you can go ahead and you can look in the description and get the link to it, and I'll also put a tag up here for it. You can go look at how to build that. We go down here. All of this controls some of the right. Most of this on this side controls over on this side. And then I have this area right here. These blocks all control this building. And then as we come down, I got more of them that control the walkway here and these two in buildings. I went all the way down to the end and did it all the way down here. 924 in total. So when we light it up, it's going to run, and you'll be able to see it over on the side, on the left hand side. You'll see the code running. If you do Control plus F1, you can get rid of that, which we'll do. Well, let's jump down here real quick and we'll take a look at the block. So I'm going to break my redstone, and I'm going to right click on it, and I have my time set to midnight, and it's just an impulse block. So let's go ahead, shift, drop some more redstone on there. Let's take a look at these first two blocks, and I have the stairs. I have the command in here on it, so I have that on the first block. This block has my warp stairs in it, and we're going to go through this. We're going to go through exactly how to do them. So I have my stairs in here, and it takes 2 blocks to change them, to change the from one type of stairs to another type of stairs. So we'll come in here, and I've got my hover node in there. And the hover node, it doesn't show when I put the redstone on it because the redstone's covering it, but if it was open on the side, you would be able to see it, and we'll see that when we go look at the samples that I have, examples. So let's put some redstone back on there. Let's jump back up here and let's start it. And there we go. So you can see on the left hand side that it's running all the blocks, everything's running. I'm going to do Fn, F1, get rid of that, and now we can just go around and look. So we'll come over here and we'll look at it, see how the stairs change. I got the lights change from soul lights to regular lanterns. Did that. Let's just fly around and take a look at it. I'm going to talk about lanterns here in a second, because the lanterns, if you have them next to a block that changes, it's going to break the lantern. Let's go over here and I'll show you. So I'm going to F1 again, and I'm going to bring that up. Now, if I put a thing right here on this block, I can put it on there fine, no problem. Now when I put a lantern, and it doesn't matter which lantern I put because it's going to change regardless. So I put the lantern and it breaks because the block changes. But if I move it away one, if I move it away one, which I'll have to use a chain here. So if I put a chain here on that slab and I put it, then it's going to go ahead and just jump in line with the other ones and go ahead and change. But if you're within another one block of the ones that change, it's going to break your lantern. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of that again, and let's go look at the rest of the stuff. So as you can see, we're getting closer. Now the Srisuvit sign works. If I move back over here to my 7-Eleven sign, and my 7-Eleven sign, that's 2 command blocks for every block on that sign to make it change like that. Now you can see that some of that Srisuvit sign doesn't work because I'm more than 128 blocks away. As we get closer, then it starts all working. And let's go down here, and you can see those 2 buildings down at the end down there. They don't work yet because I'm not close enough to them. My lava chicken shack, you can look in the description and get the link to that, and I'll also put a little tag up here for the guy that made it. And then we'll go ahead and move on down here. Got some lava flowing down there, and got my stuff working over here, and come down here, and now you see these buildings are working because I got closer to them. So my lanterns are changing, my bricks are changing right here. These bricks right here are actually upside down stairs because on the other side of it we have stairs there, and to change those, and we're going to look at that when we do stairs, and those will change as well. So let's go over here, and you see the stairs are changing. All of my ones over here on this side are upside down stairs as well because that's where the kids put their shoes, and so they'll change. And this is what we have. Took a while to do it. The lava chicken shack works. Let's come down here and let's see. It doesn't always drop a chicken, and it doesn't always drop a chicken from the trap door up there. So it's a crapshoot, but it works pretty good, and it works on and off, so it'll go ahead and do it again too. It's a good design. Go check it out. Let's go ahead, go back here, and we'll turn it off, and we will go over and look at some examples of how to do stairs. So let's go ahead, F1 again, turn this off, and you'll see it takes a while for the code to go on the left hand side there, and I have to move down here to get closer to these blocks. As I get closer to these blocks, you can see it changes, and then it will go ahead and all of them will disappear. So once that redstone finishes and the blocks are done, now it is finished. So let's go ahead and jump out of here, and we will go look at some sample stairs and see how to do stairs to get them right. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. It took a while. We'll see command blocks on the other side on the stairs so you can understand how to do it. So let's go take a look at that. Before we jump into the examples, let's take a look at my notes here, my chicken scratch. I had a lot of them on there. What I did was basically everything is a fill command, /fill command, since it was already built. For the long buildings and stuff, I would just write down the number and go ahead and just copy and paste and change what I needed to change. Now let's go ahead and look at some examples. Okay, we are in blocks of grass here to do our examples. Let's take a look at it over here. Everything I did was basically a fill command because my building was already built, so I was just replacing stuff. So right now, if I just want to put some stairs down, I'm going to do this fill command, and here the 0, 1, 2, and 3 are what are going to, the stairs are going to be put, and the way you can place the stairs. And we can see over here when I replace stairs, you can use the direction. So let's go ahead and let's jump down here. And let's do a fill command. Fill, and we're going to do 1, 0, 3, minus 3, 0, 3. And we're going to do the oak stairs. So we'll do oak stairs, tab on that, and we'll do keep, right? Because we're just putting them in there now. So I have the stairs, and they're pointing to the right. So in order to change those, what we need to do is we need to do another fill command, and we'll do 1, 0, 3, minus 3, 0, 3, and we're going to do oak stairs. We're not changing the type of stair. We're going to go ahead and leave oak stairs. Now this time, instead of using keep, outline, replace, we're going to do the bracket. So let's do the bracket, and we're going to do weirdo direction. So we're going to do weirdo direction, and I can just tab on that, and then equals. So equals, and you can see I've got my 0, 1, 2, and 3. Right now it is 0. That's the default. So let's go ahead and choose 1, see what it says. Put our bracket back down there, and we're going to go ahead and replace. We're going to say replace, but we're going to still use oak stairs. Now this replace here, there's no space there when it comes up in this, but when you put it in the command block, if you put a space, it will still work. So let's go ahead and let's just pick oak stairs again, and let's see which way it turns. So 1 is going to turn it to the left. Let's go ahead and arrow up here. Let's go change this to 2 and see what we get, and we're only changing the direction. So that's what I want, right? That's what we want. Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look at number 3. So if we do 3, now they're facing the other direction. Let's go put them back, and this is what I would want, and be number 2 on that. So if I were going to replace them with a different type of stair, I would change just the stair type and this, and I can change that. Over here, we're going to take a look at those stairs and show you how to do that a little better. So let's look at this one here. Now, say I didn't have stairs there, and I wanted to put stairs that look like this right here. Well, what's going to happen when I do that? Let's do a fill command, right? And we're going to do oak stairs again. So we'll do oak stairs. Whoops. Guess I have to put my number in there first, huh? So let's do my number, and I already have it done. So let's go ahead. Now we'll put oak stairs. Oak stairs. Now if I put keep again, it's not going to just do it up to that level. What it's going to do, and we'll see, and it's going to give me a bunch of stairs like that. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of those. So let's go ahead and do this, and we'll go get rid of the oak stairs. So I'm leaving my numbers in there, and we'll just replace it with air, replace, and we'll do oak stairs and get rid of them. All right, now in order to fill this, what we need to do is we need to go and we need to move them one at a time. So basically, just to show you that, is you can't fill like that. I can't fill to make it look like this. My stairs have to already be there. So let's go over here and let's take a look at this. So my stairs are here, right? I have my stairs, and I already have my numbers for it, and I have my command blocks next to it. So my command blocks, it doesn't matter that they're facing away from the stairs as long as they're facing the next command block. So right here, I'm going to take a look, and this is going to be this stairs right here. This is going up, and you can see my hover note. I have my hover note, and I have U for up. I put it as a repeating command block. Turn off the first tick, and I do a 30 on the delay in ticks. 30 on the first block, and on the second block it's 40. Now here's our code. We're going to write fill, put our numbers in there that we need, and I'm going to change warp stairs, oak stairs to warp stairs. We're going to use the weirdo direction. So weirdo direction, and 2 is what I want for them to face the right way. So I want the 2 to do that. Now my second block is going to be the same thing, except for I don't have a hover note, and I put 40 down in the delay in ticks. And what I did was I changed warp stairs to oak stairs, left that the same, and just changed this down here. So what you can do when you do that is you can click on the end here, you can do Control A, Control C, and then you can copy it. And we're going to actually write one for this last one down here. So I have that, I have my redstone on top of it, and this will be my downstairs right here. Now I can click on these because they're open on the side. In the other one with the Halloween, they were closed on the side, so I had to break the redstone. So if we look at it, I have this and it's going down, so it's the other side of the stairs, 30, and then it's basically the same thing, except for my direction is 3, because as we saw on the other one there, changing it, 0 goes right, 1 left, 2 forward, 3 for the back. And then I just have this one right here, and it just changes it, oak stairs to warp stairs. What I did when I built this, when I built that, was I would go up and we'll see over here, we'll see what I did on this back one right here. So let's flip our switch and see what happens. So now they're changing, and you can see that they're being filled. So my blocks are changing. And like I said, be careful when you write down your numbers, because you might get it if you go too far and go over here, then the stairs will be the wrong way and you'll have to go figure it out. Yeah, it's not fun. Alright, let's go do these 2 blocks here. First, here's what I would do is I would go from this stair up to this stair, and either the top to the bottom this way or this way, as long as you go at an angle. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at these stairs right here. So my stairs were already built on the other one, so all I did was I'd break a stair out, come in here, and you can see up in the top left the position says -30, 0, 14. So that's what I would write down and put my stair back, and then let's go up here to my top corner stair. I know it's very time consuming, but it makes it sure that you get it in the right place. So I got -26, 4, 18. And let's go ahead and first of all, what I want to do before I put it in the command block is I want to test it. So I'm going to go ahead and do a fill command. So let's do fill, and I had -30, 0, 14, and I went to -26, 4, 18. And I'm going to replace the oak stairs with warp stairs. So I'm going to do warped stairs, and there it is. I'm going to go ahead and tab on that, do my bracket, weirdo direction equals, and we want number, what number do we want? We want number 2, so they're facing forward to us. And then we're going to go ahead and put the other bracket, and we're going to replace. And what are we going to replace? We're going to replace oak stairs. So let's replace oak stairs, and let's see if it works. And there it goes. It worked. So now if I wanted to change that back, I could arrow up. I could do the slash command. I could arrow up, and I can go ahead and just change the stairs part, oak to warped. So let's do that, and it changes it back. And what you can do is I can arrow up, I can do Control A and then Control C and copy that, and hopefully it copied it, and we'll go over here to our command block. So our first command block we've got, and it doesn't matter, I tend to put it to the opposite of what's already there. So let's go ahead and do that and put our hover node. Our hover node is going to be minus 30, 0, 14, and my stairs are going up, so I'm going to do that. Change impulse to repeat, turn off first tick, and our first block is going to be at 30. And then I'm going to come over here and I can either type it in or I can go ahead and do Control V. And you see that I've got my 30 and stuff on that. So like my buildings that were the number here, but the only thing that changed was this number or this number, I would write that number down and then I'd just Control and whatever, Control V and copy and paste, copy and paste. So I have oak stairs in there. Well, I already have oak stairs, so we'll leave that. And well, let's go ahead and change it. So let's go ahead and change this to warp stairs, and we'll change this to oak stairs. And it really doesn't matter because what's going to happen is they're going to sync up anyhow. So I've got that in there. I'm going to go ahead and close that out, and then I'm going to come to the next one. I'm not going to put a hover node. Put repeat, turn off first tick, put 40 on there, and we'll just go ahead and Control V and paste that in there. And my first one was warp stairs, so I've got oak stairs to that, so we should be good to go. So let's just go ahead and grab some redstone dust here, and we're going to shift, and whoops, I don't want to put stairs on top of it. We're going to shift, and we're going to put some redstone dust on there, flip our switch and see if it works. And there it goes. They all synced up and everything's working. And you can see how that one does a little one by itself, which is fine, but it takes a while for them to sync up. And you'll see on my building that some of them don't line up, especially around the corners and stuff like that. So that's how I did the command blocks. Like I said, as long as they're pointing towards the next command block, you can run them as far as you want. Alright, last example here is to make our stairs upside down. So our upside down stairs, say we want to put some stairs up here, we want to put a overhang or something on this one, right? So let's go ahead and let's do fill, and we've got minus 43, 3, 3, and it's all going to be the same, minus 47, 3, 3, and we're going to do some oak stairs, and we're going to put this in here, and we're going to go ahead and do upside down. So we're going to do upside down bit, we'll tab on that, equals true. We want to say true, so it'll put them upside down. And if you space, you'll see that you get a comma or a bracket. Now we're going to use the comma in a minute. Let's go ahead and throw that bracket in there, and we'll type in keep, keep, and see what we get. And see, my stairs are facing the wrong way. So what we need to do is we need to do this, and we'll come back up here. Now get rid of the keep. Right, now we'll use our comma, and we'll throw in the weirdo direction. Weirdo direction in there equals, and we want these to be, what do we want these to be? 2. We want them to be a 2, so let's put 2 on there, and then we'll go ahead, close that bracket. We don't want to keep, we want to replace oak stairs. There we go. So we did a replace oak stairs, not keep this time. So we added them in there. Now if we want to go over here and we want to change them back and forth, right? We can go ahead and do the fill command. We can do this, and we've already got it written in there. We know we want to do upside down bit, weirdo, and we can keep oak stairs on both of them, or well, not on both of them because we're going to change them. So we'll go ahead and we'll do a Control A, Control C, copy that, and let's go over to our first command block, and I have my upside down stairs in there. So I have my hover note, upside down, repeat, that's off 30, and I have this, and I changed warp stairs up here because I have oak stairs to do it. Upside down bit equals true, comma, weirdo direction 2, replace oak stairs. Alright, so that's going to change it to warp stairs. And then my second one, same thing, repeat, off, delay and tick 40. And all of these need redstone. All of them need redstone. And we're going to change their stairs, right? We're going to change oak stairs and warp stairs. And let's go ahead and flip our switch. And there we go. That's how we get it to change. And so that's how you use the upside down bit and weirdo direction. So upside down bit is going to go ahead and turn the stairs upside down. Weirdo direction is going to say which way they're going to turn, and then you can replace, keep, or whatever. And that is it for stairs. I will do another one later on slabs and what's the other one? Trapdoors. Trapdoors are hard, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and continue to watch. I will see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.